In a forgotten corner of a sleepy town, hidden beneath layers of overgrown trees and creeping ivy, stood an abandoned circus that once brought laughter and amazement to all who visited. Its name, the Circus of Eternal Delights, was now etched in faded letters on a rusty entrance gate that creaked ominously in the wind. The circus had once been a spectacle of colors and lights, its vibrant tents housing feats of daring acrobatics, mesmerizing magic, and uproarious clown performances. But the laughter had long since faded, replaced by an eerie silence that seemed to hang over the place like a heavy fog. Children who dared to enter the grounds claimed they could hear faint whispers on the wind, voices that spoke of forgotten memories and hidden regrets. Legend had it that the circus was cursed. The clowns that once brought joy now twisted into something malevolent. Their painted faces had morphed into grotesque masks of sorrow, and their once vibrant costumes now hung in tatters, soaked in the lingering sadness that had taken over the place. One moonless night, a group of curious teenagers gathered at the entrance, drawn by tales of the haunted circus. Armed with flashlights and trembling nerves, they stepped through the gate and into a world frozen in time. The moonlight barely penetrated the dense canopy of trees, casting eerie shadows that danced along the paths. As they ventured deeper, they stumbled upon a tent that seemed untouched by the years. Its faded red and white stripes had an air of faded grandeur. Enticed by a strange compulsion, they lifted the flap and stepped inside. The tent was larger on the inside, a sprawling expanse of darkness broken only by the faint glow of the moon filtering through holes in the fabric. In the center of the tent stood a wooden stage, and on it, a lone spotlight illuminated a single worn chair. The teens froze as a chilling breeze swept through the tent, carrying with it the unmistakable scent of burnt popcorn and stale cotton candy. And then, from the shadows, emerged the clowns. Their movements were slow, deliberate, and their eyes glowed with an otherworldly light. They surrounded the teens, their mournful eyes locking onto theirs. With a shiver, one of the teens realized that the clowns' faces were no longer painted. The paint had been replaced by intricate patterns of cracked lines that resembled porcelain masks. The clowns began to sway in a macabre dance, their disjointed motions sending shivers down the spines of the intruders. They seemed to be communicating, telling a story of heartache and betrayal, of dreams crushed and laughter turned to tears. The teens felt their own emotions twisting and distorting, overwhelmed by the intense sadness radiating from the clowns. Desperation consumed them, and they fled the tent, racing through the darkened paths. But the clowns followed, their mournful cries echoing in the night. As the moon slipped behind a cloud, the darkness seemed to swallow them whole, leaving only the faint sound of haunting laughter lingering in the air. No one ever saw the teenagers again. The townsfolk learned to avoid the abandoned circus, the tales of the haunted clowns serving as a chilling reminder of the darkness that could lurk beneath the surface of even the most joyful places. And so, the Circus of Eternal Delights remained a forsaken relic, its once gleeful atmosphere forever tainted by the tragic fate of those who dared to venture within.